The limitation for this stage of examination is monsters with attacks less than 1000. You may also use magic and trap cards. Now, let the duel begin. Hey everyone, it's CurlyHairedHero, and welcome back to Yu-Gi-Oh! Stairway to the Destined Duel, where we're in another limitation tournament, and we're gonna have to use monsters with less than 1000 attack. So I didn't really know what to do for this deck. I actually started out with a slightly different deck. However, I had to change it because apparently he literally meant 1000 less attack. Not 1000 and less, but it's just less than 1000. So not less than and equal to. I guess we can start off here with Muka Muka, who's got a decent attack there. And yeah, I had to take out a bunch of cards. Like for example, I had Hayabusa Knight and Sangan and all that kind of stuff. I was hoping really that would give me a good boost, but unfortunately that's not gonna work out. The deck is basically the same. I mean, originally I was gonna try and use Hayabusa Knight and try and attack multiple times and just slap on a shit ton of quick spells on him, but you're gonna have to basically do that with monsters that aren't really that great, because there's not really a lot of lower level monsters in this game particularly that have any decent effects, quite honestly. Or at least not decent effects that'll help them out in terms of their low attack, you know? That's not good at all, because now I have just shit for attack, but it's fine because at least we got Muka Muka here. Gonna go ahead and take this stupid looking insect thing down. But yeah, last time was a rather short episode. I feel like this one is going to be quite the opposite, just because of all of the shitty limitations I have going against me. You really can't make a less than 1000 attack point deck that's pretty interesting in this deck, which is kind of lame. This is really the only deck that I can think of that even has that as a requirement. Like other games, they maybe have that, but I feel like this is the only one that legitimately has that requirement. I feel like other ones you can kind of do that, but I don't think there's a game that actually has it set as a requirement to like proceed, where you have to use a specific kind of deck. Oh fuck, that's not what I wanted to do either. Oh, whatever. I probably just need to relax. I'm trying to go through this a little bit too quickly, so let's go ahead and just get rid of the defense position monster here, which sucks that he's using monsters that have slightly higher than 1000 defense and slightly higher than 1000 attack as well. Makes it a little bit annoying for me to have to go through with him, but at the very least, the opponent here hasn't really done anything. Oh boy, man, graveyard. That's gonna suck. Well, I'm actually not that much because I got my attack points back. Yeah, I threw in Goddess of Whim just because I thought maybe I'd be able to use her effect to sort of double her attack, and maybe it's a good way to actually keep her in defense mode. Actually, that's not bad. That way I can keep her in defense mode. I've chosen Tails the whole. Oh, good. Yeah, have her in defense mode first. That way you can, if it goes wrong, at least she doesn't get destroyed. Oh, Metamorph is one of the cards I really want to use. But yeah, I've chosen heads all those times, and they were all tails. So I was afraid the first time I go for tails, it would end up being heads. But I got lucky with that one. Now we can go ahead and hit it with a nice 1900 attack. I don't know what it is that's trying to activate from my hand. It's probably fucking Mystical Space. Yeah, it's always Mystical Space. I cannot wait until I'm done with this game, just so I don't have to deal with Mystical Space Typhoon anymore. We're actually pretty soon gonna be finishing up with this game. I mean, I only got like 2 or 3 limitation tournaments left, quite honestly. So that's pretty good, considering how long this has taken. And thankfully, they're not really all that difficult. I mean, it would have been difficult if they built a deck similarly to how this one. Sure, this one's kind of doing it, but if they built decks that, given the limitations, made it a lot more difficult for you. They don't really have a lot of those in this game. I mean, this one, like I said, it started out a little bit tough, just because, like I said, they had a bunch of monsters that were slightly higher than 1,000 attack, so you have to find a way to get over them. That's not really that difficult, considering, you know, ahead of time I know what I was getting into. Damn it, that sucks. That would have been game almost. Oh well. Gonna have to take down that with my Muka Muka number 2, and then go with my my Metal Muka Muka number 1, and bring you down to almost no attack points. Like, if they would have, I mean, obviously if they had really high attack point monsters, that would have been a bit, you know, bit of a hassle. But it would have been pretty interesting if I was forced to use, like, Relinquished or something like that, because that's the only real monster I can think of that has no attack points that would really benefit from such a thing. The other monster, for example, is Copycat. That would benefit from a deck like this, because you'd be able to use Copycat's effect, steal the monster's effect and also their attack points and use it against them. That would be really cool to see. Unfortunately, we're not getting any of that in this game. I mean, I could have done that, but I had a sneaking suspicion that if I wasted my time and I tried to sort of, you know, do that kind of play, I would have ended up absorbing shitty-ass monsters and copying shitty-ass monsters. So thankfully, I dodged that bullet there. And that was pretty easy. Let's see what the next one is going to be. We passed. The next examination will be limited to the use of monsters with defenses of less than 1,000. That's pretty lame. Could have done that one first. I mean, I can easily bring out a shit ton of monsters with less than 1,000 attack. Ugh, whatever. Stay fresh.